Thanks for tuning in to 2-Minute PR. I'm Jody Fisher. When a client hires a public relations professional, they may think that that's the end of their journey in public relations and the hits are just going to start flying in, when in fact, that's only the beginning of the work. It's incumbent upon the PR professional to keep that client engaged. So here are 3 things you can tell your client to make sure that you're creating a great relationship. Number 1, set regular calls, whether they're weekly, bi-weekly. The point is to be on the phone at least once a week with your client, in addition to all of the sporadic communications that you might have via phone and email and even text these days. Make sure that you're getting on the phone with them on a regular basis to brainstorm new ideas, to hear from them what they're doing next, so you can get ideas about what you can publicize for them. I always say to my clients that I'm only as good as you are. In other words, I'm only as good as the information you give me. If you want me to be successful, you need to feed that information to me. Number 2, create regular work product. After you get off the phone that weekly call, make sure that you are writing up a pitch, that you're creating a news release. You're actually showing them what the work product could look like and what you can do with the information you talked about on the call to push out to reporters, to tell that story. Sometimes they just need to be shown what it could look like in order to say, yes, let's do that. Number 3, be dynamic. Don't always just move in the direction of a written pitch, a written release, a written byline. Try video content. Try audio content. Suggest things like podcasts. Suggest video interviews. Suggest things that you can do the heavy lifting on that just requires 10 or 15 minutes of their time and their participation, and show them how creative you can be. You know, public relations takes a million different forms these days, and so much more of it is pivoting towards online and video, whether that's social media, whether that's YouTube. Show your client the creativity that you have and what their story can look like in all these different mediums to get their buy-in. At the end of the day, you got hired to do a job for them. Part of that is showing them what that job could and should look like in order for them to say, yes, let's move forward. Thanks for tuning in to 2-Minute PR. I'm Jody Fisher.